Hello and welcome. My name is Jeremy Bloom. I'm with buyingclubsoftware.com, and today I'm going to show you about prepping for delivery, splits, and checkout. And so this is video 3 in a series, and the first 2 videos sort of gave you an idea of how to use the system to manage your products and your open and closing of ordering cycles, and how to wrap an order up and give it to your vendors so that it actually places the order. That's what we did in our first 2 videos, and this is what happens. Now we're talking about what happens as the administrator when the food is showing up on your floor and you've got a team of people or just yourself to split it all up. Here's what you do. So the tools that we're going to be working with are receipts, split sheet, update taxable products, adjust weights by product, and update undelivered products. These are the tools that help you get ready for checkout. So it's that step in between where the food shows up and when people show up. So let's click on receipts. Language-wise, this could also be called invoices, but this can be used in all ways. Basically, this is a way to print everybody's receipt/invoice so that you can use it as a receipt, which is what you give to a customer, saying here's what you purchased and the record of it. Or an invoice is more of an internal thing, where this is the piece of paper that allows you to basically go around the room and put what everybody ordered on a box or on a chair or on a shelf, and allows you to collect what that person's ordered so that you can put it all together. In the first step of using the receipts printable tool, you can choose how much paper you're going to use by either using no page breaks, several receipts per page. In these 2 options, you'll be using tape or something to sort of paste things together and save paper. Or if you need 1 receipt per page, do it that way. So I'm going to click Submit. They're all going to look the same on the screen, and when you hit Print, it'll do the different things. And as you see here, you could see basically what everybody ordered individually. Got a little bit of buying club and personal information. You've got the product information, all the number calculations, and your final total. And these are all the things that you need in a receipt or in an invoice to fill someone's order. And in the next version of the software, which everybody watching this video will likely have, at the point of getting this page ready, there's also a new option that we just released for 1 customer, and we'll soon release it for all, which allows you to add more of the checkout information, making it more of a receipt. So you can sort of, play around and use this tool to create receipts or invoices, whatever language suits you. So that's one thing to print out. The other thing to print out is the split sheet. In my buying club, this was once called the Who Gets What list. And this, as opposed to being a product list by user, is actually a product list or a list of users by product, so that there can be someone standing at a scale and basically weighing out, let's say, apples. So 10 pounds will go to demo 1, 5 pounds to ED demo 2, 5 pounds to demo 3, etc., etc. You print out this sheet, give it to the person at the scale, and they can do their work. So now, update taxable products. So if you do need to collect if you don't need to collect tax at all, this doesn't mean anything to you. If you do need to collect tax on some things, I'll just use my buying club as an example. So here in Maine, in Portland, Maine, if we're selling handmade soap from a farmer, we need to collect 5% sales tax on that. Now, if I'm managing a product catalog ahead of time, I could put that into my product catalog because it's part of the product information showing that a product is something that we need to have tax on. And in our settings over here is where you would set that tax automatically, so that if any product is marked as taxable, it will include that in the math to figure out your final order. So the update taxable products is a tool that was meant so that instead of worrying about programming your products that nobody may buy, this basically takes all the products that were actually purchased, and you can choose which ones to make taxable. So I don't know if it's much help for everybody, But if you do need to collect tax, and people don't often buy taxable products, this is a great tool. So if I click on it, it takes all the products from this order only, as opposed to the thousands of product log, and it gives me this small selection so that I can choose which to make taxable and basically flip that switch and turn on. So instead of having to go into products and compare it with sheets and do it all that way, we gave you this tool so that you can just get a list of what was ordered, check the box if it needs tax, and hit save, and then that will be included in your final checkout mechanism. So the other two tools are adjust weights by product, which is also considered a random weight item tool. That's an industry term. And then update undelivered products. Let's go into adjust weights by product, or the random weights item tool. Now what this is for is those odd things that are weight. The great example is chicken. Chicken, if you're in the store, you pick up a bird, it's been weighed, you know the per pound cost, and it's all been calculated on a sticker, and it doesn't change from when you pick it up to when you check out at the front of the store. But in this case, we're ordering ahead of time, so we don't really know that Jeremy, me, is going to order a bird that's 3.81 pounds. We might know the per pound price, but I don't know how big my bird is going to be. So what we ended up doing to avoid the issues of people ordering incorrectly and having math that's very off, especially for chicken, let's say it's $4 a pound. The difference between a 3-pound bird and a 7-pound bird is an awful lot financially. So we wanted to try and take better guesses, and basically what we end up doing is we sell it one way so that it's easier to purchase in this pre-order scenario, and then we've just made this tool to make it easier to update the information so that it all comes together. So if I click on update product for this whole chicken, originally this might have been $20 as an estimate, and the product unit would have been each. And all of these would have been 1, so it's much easier for the user to just type in 1. But what we've done here is this tool kind of combines the information in people's shopping carts, which is this, with product information, which is this. And it all gets updated by clicking Save and Continue. So if these were all 1s, and this said 20 and each, I can then come in here, change the price from $20 to $4 a pound, which is what it actually is, and then actually say, this is how big the birds are that each person's getting, and click Save and Continue, and it all ends up done in the checkout. So if I go in here to checkout, I can see that the person's chicken is 3.2, and it's $4 a pound, and the total is $12.80. So the last tool is updating undelivered products. Now originally we would just delete products, and sometimes that's the case. So if the apples didn't come in, we could click delete, and it would delete all of the apples from everybody's order all in one shot, easy peasy. But then we realized that some people actually want to know what didn't show up, or what they didn't get that they actually did order. So we created an out of stock tool. So you can do either or. Deleting will remove from the system completely. Out of stock will basically cross it out and remove it and give it a $0 amount so that it's not included in the math. So I check however I want it to be. I click process selected, and then it does its thing, which we can then go to checkout or receipts actually, and you can see the results of what that was. So I remember that beets were in ED Demo 2, which we had set as out of stock, crossed off, so I know it didn't show up, and the price is 0, so I know it's not being calculated. So thanks for joining for this third video in the series. Look for the final one where we'll go over the checkout order and exports and wrapping the whole thing up with the process for the administrator. I'm Jeremy Bloom for buyingclubsoftware.com. If you have any questions or would like to set up a demonstration, please let us know at help@buyingclubsoftware.com. Thanks and have a great day.